Welcome to Trikana Skill, your lifetime career partner. Trikana is a pioneer and trailblazer in the field of civil engineering and construction training, seeking to bridge the gap between engineering studies and the construction industry. Flash and Firepoint Test 4. Bitumen. Aim. The main aim of this test is to determine the flash and firepoint test of bitumen by using Penske Martin's closed tester. In some cases, Cleveland Open Cup apparatus is also used for the determination of flashpoint and firepoint. Flashpoint. Flashpoint is the temperature at which fuel oil gives off vapor that flashes when exposed to an open flame and does not catch fire. Minimum limit of flashpoint of bitumen is 175 degrees centigrade and the maximum limit is 180 degrees centigrade. Flashpoint measures the tendency of the sample to form a flammable mixture with air under controlled laboratory conditions. Firepoint. Firepoint measures the characteristics of the sample to support combustion. Bituminous materials give rise to volatiles at high temperature, as they are basically the hydrocarbons. These volatiles catch fire, causing a flash, which is very hazardous. During construction of bituminous pavements, the engineer may restrict the mixing or application temperatures well within the limits. The test therefore gives indication of critical temperature at and above which suitable precautions should be taken to eliminate fire hazards during use of asphalts. In other words, heating should be limited to a temperature well below the flash point. Penske Martin's closed cup apparatus. This apparatus consists of test cup, test cover and shutter, stirring device, heating source, ignition source device, air bath and top plate. Cleveland Open Cup apparatus. It consists of test cup, heating plate, test flame applicator, heater, thermometer support, thermometer, heating plate support. Purpose. Catching fire is very dangerous during mixing of bitumen, especially during its application. So, it is necessary to recognize the safe temperature values of bitumen grades for mixing as well as for applying. The limited values of temperature can be determined by conducting flashpoint and firepoint test on bitumen. Test procedure. Heat the bitumen to above its softening point, generally 75 degrees centigrade to 100 degrees centigrade on stove, and stir this softened bitumen thoroughly to remove air bubbles. Fill the cup with softened bitumen up to the filling mark provided on the cup. Now place the lid and close the cup. Insert the thermometer and supply heat with the help of the rheostat switch to ensure temperature rise rate not more than 5 to 6 degrees centigrade per minute. The rate of stirring should be approximately 60 revolutions per minute. Observe the thermometer carefully, and when the temperature is 17 degrees centigrade below the actual flash point, lit up the test flame. Apply the test flame for every 1 degree centigrade rise from this point, and remember, during application of test flame the stirring should be stopped. When the sample catches the flame and forms flash, note down the temperature at that point, which is flash point of the bitumen. This is known as the flash point of bitumen sample. Heat the sample further with the same previous rate and apply the test flame for every 2 degrees centigrade rise. When the material catches the fire and burns at least for 5 seconds, note the temperature at this point, which is known as the fire point of the bitumen. Record this temperature at which the material continues to burn for at least 5 seconds as the fire point of the bitumen. Repeat the experiment for 2 more times and the average of the 3 readings should be taken as flashpoint and fire point of the given sample. Test procedure for Cleveland Open Cup apparatus. Fill the cup, at any convenient temperature not exceeding 100 degrees centigrade or above the softening point, so that the top of the meniscus is at the filling line. Remove the excess sample using a pipette or other suitable device. Destroy any air bubbles on the surface of the sample. Light the test flame and adjust it to a diameter of 3.8 to 5.4 mm. Apply heat initially so that the rate of temperature rise of the sample is 14 to 17 degrees centigrade per minute. When the sample temperature is approximately 56 degrees centigrade below the anticipated flash point, decrease the heat so that the rate of temperature rise for 28 degrees centigrade before the flash point is 5 to 6 degrees centigrade per minute. Starting at least 28 degrees centigrade below the flash point, apply the test flame when the temperature read on the thermometer reaches each successive 2 degrees centigrade mark. Pass the test flame across the center of the cup, at right angles to the diameter, which passes through the thermometer. With a smooth, continuous motion apply the flame either in a straight line or along the circumference of a circle having a radius of at least 150 mm. The center of the test flame must move in a plane not more than 2.5 mm above the plane of the upper edge of the cup, passing in one direction first, then in the opposite direction the next line. The time consumed in passing the test flame across the cup shall be about 1 second. During the last 17 degrees centigrade rise in temperature prior to the flash point, care must be taken to avoid disturbing the vapors in the test cup by careless movements or bathing near the cup. Record as the observed flash point the temperature read on the thermometer when a flash appears at any point on the surface of the material, but does not confuse the true flash with the bluish halo that sometimes surrounds the test flame. To determine the fire point, continue heating so that the sample temperature increases at a rate of 5 to 6 degrees centigrade. Continue the application of the test flame at 2 degrees centigrade intervals until the material ignites and continues to burn for at least 5 seconds. Record this temperature at which the material continues to burn for at least 5 seconds as the fire point of the bitumen. Repeat the experiment for 2 more times and the average of the 3 readings should be taken as flash point and fire point of the given sample.
Thank you for your time. If you have any queries, do not hesitate to contact us.